Welcome back, YouTube pipe smokers. Mutton Chop Piper here. Well, today I'm going to be doing a video on my tobacco, what I call a tobacco cabinet. Now, I've had a lot of requests to do a video on this cabinet, so I finally relented, and I'm going to show you how I built it and where to go to learn how to build these kind of cabinets. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at the cabinet itself. Now, as you see, it looks like I have taken the tin and just put it on the side. Put the tin right in the front. But actually what it is this is a sticker that I've created. Now, I'll do a video on those some other time. Today it's just about the cabinet. Actually, these stickers are in front of a medium-sized ball jar. So inside this is capstan. Now, before anybody asks, this tobacco right here is called long bottom leaf. That is actually not what is in the jar. That jar contains a mix called Clark's Mix, and you can get it from smokingpipes.com. You have to go through their Low Country store, which is their brick and mortar store. So just so you know, I just renamed it Long Bottom Leaf because I didn't really like the name Clark's Mix. So but that's what the actual tobacco is called. Okay, so let's back up here. The first thing I had to do was determine where I wanted to put this cabinet, and I decided I wanted to put it on this bookcase. So first thing I did is I measured from here to here and from here to here to get the measurement of the size box I wanted. Well, the only thing is that gave me about close to 40 jars or 40 slots. And at the time, I've had this quite a while, I wasn't prepared to have that many, so I cut it down to 24. Each row contains 8 jars. And at the bottom, as you can see, what I've done is these are actual tins, but the tins hold what they say they hold. Check tools, pouch humidifiers, lighters, softy bits, 9mm filters, and 6mm filters. Or is that right? Yeah. And these over here are still to be filled with stuff. They're extra storage. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you on pause. What for you it will be instantaneous, but for me, I'm going to have to take this cabinet out and put it on a table so that I can give you a little bit better look at it. So put you on pause and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now here is the tobacco cabinet out in the open. Let me explain to you what I had envisioned for this before we get started on what it actually became. Actually, I wanted to have these jars. See how the jar is at the end, perfect at the end, and it goes all the way, and then all of a sudden, oops, it goes to here, but then there's some space left over. Well, I didn't quite measure quite right. I was a little upset at first, but then I thought, well, heck, that little space I'll just use to put my check tools and my lighter and some filters or something else. Now at the bottom, what I envisioned for that was I envisioned that I would put my pipes lined up, you know, right along here. But what I ended up doing was I put my pipes in a different box, and I put tins, like I've already showed you in the beginning, that will hold extra pipe smoking gear, like check tools, filters, softy bits, etc. Okay, let's take a look at how it was constructed. Okay, like I said, this stuff is called Foamcore. And if you see real close, on this side is construction paper. On this side is construction paper. And in the middle is foam. Might be able to see it better here. But it's construction paper right here at the end on each side, and that's foam. That stuff is really, really rigid. It's really, really strong, especially after you, when you glue it all together, it's virtually impossible to destruct. I had a box that I had made previous to this that I wasn't happy with, and I just wanted to destroy it, and holy smokes, I was so worn out after I destroyed it that I had to take a break and smoke my pipe. I know, all of you out there are going, oh, what a shame. Anyway, let's move on. So what happened next was, well, what I actually did was I made the frame first. I made the actual frame, okay, all the way around to the bottom, and that bottom there. Let me go up top a little bit, and you can see where I actually made the box first. The outside part of the box. Here's the top. Here's the side. Now it's going to be kind of messed up trying to see the back, but I did put a backing on it so that it would stop these jars from going all the way back. See? So then what I did was I took and I put this box face down or face up onto my table here. And then I took and I put the first jar down in the corner. Imagine this box being laid down and on this table here. So I put it in the corner, and I put maybe another one here and another one here. Then I cut 3 strips the same size as this. You see how that is right there, all the way across? I did a strip all the way across. All the way across, one, and I did a strip at a time. So I've got that one in place. So then what I did was I put the jar in on top of this piece here. Made sure that it was snug against this wall. Cut a piece, and then I glued this piece into place. Now imagine all this being open space. Okay, so it was all open space. Once I got that one in, I slid the next one in. Made sure it was snug against the here. Cut another piece, and I glued that piece in place. Then the third one, made sure it was snug against this piece, and then I glued another piece in this place. So far, so on and so forth, all the way down for each row. Now you're probably asking, what is this? Okay, that's a little small brad nail. And the guy in the video explains that what he does, he puts those nails in place once he glues the foam core in place to keep it stable, so it won't go anywhere and give the glue enough time to set up. I personally like the way the nails looked, so plus they're extra security, so I just kept them in. Okay, well, that's I think that's a pretty good explanation of how the box was built. Now, the thing about foam core that I love so much is you can build virtually any kind of box. The boxes that he's going to teach you in his videos is about they're actually game inserts. You know, you come with some games and they've got a lot of pieces and parts. Well, he builds these inserts for these boxes that you can put the pieces and parts in without them going all over the place. And it's very easy to translate what he's building into this tobacco cabinet. And the thing about this foam core is you can cut it and you can glue it into any kind of shape to make any kind of box. I'm going to put you on pause again, and I'm going to show you another box that I made that you might be familiar with. Okay, remember this box? This is the box I made for my pipes. See, it's out of the same stuff, Foamcore, and basically you take the pipe out, and I was able to take this box and lean it backwards, so that way the pipes could they could be set in there without falling out. And I built the spaces big enough to where the pipe would lean and the moisture would go down to the heel of the pipe. Okay, this Foamcore you can pretty much get at any place that sells hobby supplies. Hobby Lobby has it here in the States. So there's a place called Michael's and Walmart. Any place that has hobby supplies, you can pretty much get this Foamcore. I'm not sure about Europe. You'll have to look around and see what kind of location, or any other part of the world. I'm not quite sure where you're going to be able to get this stuff. But let me tell you, it is a strong cabinet. I like the way it came out, so there she is, a cabinet built for your medium-sized ball jars for your tobacco. And like I said, I will put the information you need in the bucket to go and learn. He'll show you exactly what tools you need. He'll show you how to cut, how to glue, how to nail. He'll show you everything. I think it's a part 1 and a part 2 video. So that's it. Well, that's my tobacco cabinet. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And until my next video, I want to wish you and your family happy piping.